Did you know that over 1 billion women worldwide are currently navigating perimenopause or menopause? That's 1 in every 8 people on the planet experiencing a significant life transition right now. Despite this staggering number, menopause often remains a silent journey for many women, full of misconceptions and lacking the attention that it truly deserves. So many women tell me stories of going to their doctors, asking for help, only to have them be gaslit and given zero support, or worse, they are often just put on antidepressants. Does this sound familiar? Let's change this by having conversations. I really want to help you to learn about perimenopause, what your options are. Let's spread awareness so it's no longer a thing that we can't go to a Western doctor and get help. Let's look at some of the other ways that we can help ourselves as well. In today's video, I am breaking the silence. I'm sharing 25 powerful and simple perimenopause self-care strategies that can transform your menopausal experience. These are practical methods that many doctors overlook or don't even think about, tools that can make a world of a difference in your daily life, and they are simple foundational concepts. But first, let's acknowledge a crucial point. While hormone replacement therapy, or HRT, is gaining attention, and it's important that every woman is well informed about all of her healthcare options, this video is not about advocating for or against HRT. It's about empowering you with knowledge and accessible strategies regardless of the medical path that you choose. I will do an entire video on HRT coming up. If this is something that interests you, can you let me know in the comments? Because I am spending so much time researching and I just want to gauge what you want to hear about. I've been researching extensively and a lot more Western doctors are talking about it. So I want you to know about hormone replacement therapy, why I have considered it, and why maybe it's not a good fit for everybody. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Dr. Gina Rosella Terinoni. I'm a board-certified doctor of acupuncture and also Chinese medicine, and I'm certified as a women's healthcare practitioner in integrative medicine. I use 2,000-plus-year-old medical practices, and I combine those with the latest scientific research and evidence-based research so you don't have to, right? Go on Instagram, there's 1,000 different opinions. I want to save you time. In the past 23 plus years, I've helped thousands of women transition from perimenopause to menopause with grace. Imagine that. I hope to help you too. Please subscribe to my channel to get my weekly videos that contain action steps that you can start taking today. Let's go over the obvious and point out the elephant in the Western medicine room. Many healthcare practitioners, including myself, have been supporting menopausal women for decades, offering guidance that's often missing in conventional medical training. I tell you this to reassure you that taking care of hormones and menopausal women, this is not new to me at all, and probably thousands of holistic practitioners out there. It can be broken down into a very simple framework according to each person. And there are very specific ways to help improve symptoms or just exhaustion. I'm going to do a whole video on 100+ symptoms of perimenopause, but there's ways to break these down. It's definitely not a hormones for everyone or hormones for no one approach. Something else to consider. Cultural, socioeconomic, regional differences profoundly affect how women experience and manage menopause. This is why it's really important to offer personalized approaches to care. Aside from getting relief from some absolutely unbearable menopause and perimenopause symptoms, by prioritizing self-care and understanding your body, you can build a strong foundation for longevity and overall well-being. This is what it's about. I'm in my 50s, and this is what I'm planning on. Think brain health and heart health, just to name a couple areas that are severely impacted by our hormones. And they're at risk if we don't start to take care of them today, now. This is why I love having this channel. It allows me to connect with women from all over the world to learn from your experiences. And also, I think it's helpful for me to share valuable insights that can improve your life. So before we dive into 25 strategies for hormonal balance in women over 40, let's quickly get through 2 definitions. Perimenopause. It is the transition period leading up to menopause. It often starts in your mid to late 40s, but for some women, it starts in their 30s. Menopause. Menopause is officially recognized after 12 consecutive months without a menstrual period. Typically, this occurs between age 45 to 55. These definitions that I gave you, these are supported by the World Health Organization and the International Menopause Society, emphasizing the global relevance of the stage of life. By the end of the video, you'll have a toolkit of strategies to help you navigate perimenopause and menopause with confidence. And if you still have questions, drop them in the comment section below. All right, are you ready to take control of your health journey? Today, I'm giving you 25 research-backed strategies to help you maintain optimal hormonal health, because I will be getting deeper into each of these areas and base my video content on your request in the comments below. All right, number 1, balanced nutrition. Consume a diet rich in whole foods. We hear this all the time: lean proteins and healthy fats. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that a Mediterranean-style diet can improve insulin sensitivity and reduce inflammation, both crucial for hormone balance. You want to make sure to aim for at least 25 grams of fiber per day. Ideally, get around 35 grams a day. Regular exercise. We want to aim for 150 minutes of moderate exercise weekly, combining cardio and strength training. Research in the journal Remedies shows that regular exercise can reduce hot flashes and improve sleep quality in menopausal women. There's a lot more to be said about heavier weights versus lighter weights, strength training, and how important they are for bone health. Incorporating heavier weight training into your routine during menopause can be a game changer for your health. It not only increases bone density, reducing the risk of osteoporosis, but it also preserves and builds muscle mass, boosts your metabolism to aid in weight management, and improves balance to prevent falls, and enhances mood by alleviating symptoms of depression and anxiety. So as you navigate the transition from perimenopause to menopause, consider adding strength training to your self-care strategies to empower yourself physically and mentally. Strength training recommendations vary. I say at least 3 times per week for about 20 or 30 minutes, but definitely check with your doctor. Third, stress management. Practice self-care and stress reduction techniques like meditation or deep breathing for at least 10 minutes daily. Ideally, you can do this 2 times a day in the morning and at nighttime. A study in psychoneuroendocrinology demonstrated that mindfulness-based stress reduction can lower cortisol levels and improve overall well-being. This can be really helpful for sleep, weight stability, and hormone balancing, because we know that the hormones are off the charts. So let's help them as best that we can. Number 4 is quality sleep. This is probably one of the high priority symptoms of women that I work with in perimenopause. So ideally, we would get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep, not getting up to go to the bathroom twice or 3 times, or not your brain waking you up with like a disco going on. The Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine reports that poor sleep quality is associated with increased severity of menopausal symptoms and hormonal imbalances. Again, comment below if you're having sleep issues. I admit it. It has been wreaking havoc on my sleep, this hormone thing. There's so much information on it and things and herbs that you could use or supplements or breathing exercises that can help improve sleep quality. 5th is herbal medicine. Consider herbs like black cohosh, which has been shown in a Cochrane review to reduce hot flashes and night sweats in menopausal women. Also, consult with a healthcare provider before starting any herbal regimen. Understand that one herb is not going to address 100 plus perimenopausal and menopausal symptoms. In traditional Chinese medicine, which I'm a doctor of. We use many herbal formulations depending on each individual woman. It's rare to use just one herb, let alone treat all the women with the same herbs and formulas. So you really do want to get specific and work with somebody that can help you identify what would be the best strategy for you, not the billions of women around you. Number 6, phytoestrogen-rich foods. Use soy, flax seeds, chickpeas in your diet. A meta-analysis in Climacteric found that consuming soy isoflavones can significantly reduce the frequency and severity of hot flashes. Again, perimenopause and menopause are not just about hot flashes. Unfortunately, this is what most of the medical research has consisted of so far. This is changing. More funding is getting put into menopause and studies. Thank God. So I think we will learn some amazing things in the next couple of years that will be so helpful for millions of women around the world. Weight management. Do you want another full video on weight management and stability? Let me know. Maintaining a healthy BMI through diet and exercise. The North American Menopause Society reports that even a 5 to 10% weight loss can improve insulin sensitivity and hormone balance in overweight women. This is a really hot topic, and surely it cannot be simplified as lose weight, right? What can we do here? I'm going to address this in a separate video for sure. If you want this, let me know in the comments. The huge topic, perimenopause and menopausal women gain weight. Most of us do. We have a hard time losing weight, even if we're eating the right things and exercising as usual. But I think that's the trick, is that we can't be doing the usual things that worked for us 5 years ago, 10, 20 years ago. I don't want the emphasis to be on weight loss, but I agree that it's really difficult when you put on 10 pounds when you're like, I'm not doing anything differently. In fact, I'm eating healthier than I was 5 years ago or whatever. So let's talk about that and let's normalize how it does bother us, or it can bother us. It's not the only thing that we need to focus on. There's other health things that we need to consider. Here's a big one. Limit alcohol and caffeine, right? They're like separate but similar. Reduce intake to no more than 1 alcoholic drink a day and 200 milligrams of caffeine. Okay, hold on. Studies in menopause have linked excessive alcohol and caffeine consumption to increased hot flashes and sleep disturbances. And I can tell you right now that women change in perimenopause, and we are not breaking down and clearing alcohol like we did when we were younger. I believe that we will see a lot more about this in research, but there is an uptick in women and alcoholism once they hit perimenopause and menopause. And I can tell you more recent studies just came out that are saying even the smallest amounts of alcohol are creating problems for women in perimenopause and menopause. Again, I really do want to cover, I just came across a study a few days ago, and I want to do an entire video on alcohol and hormones and perimenopause. Number 9, quit smoking. If you smoke, seek support and quit. There's a specific acupuncture protocol that I've used with many people, and it helps with addiction to drugs, to alcohol, to smoking, to eating. Research in the journal Menopause found that smokers experience more frequent and severe hot flashes compared to non-smokers. Number 10, vitamin D supplementation. Consider taking 600 to 800 IUs of vitamin D daily. Again, check with your doctor. A study found that vitamin D supplementation can improve mood and reduce menopausal symptoms. We also can look at that. It's very helpful for immune system. So there's other studies with that as well. Number 11, omega-3 fatty acid intake. Consume at least 2 servings of fatty fish weekly or consider a supplement. The Menopause Journal reports that omega-3 fatty acids can reduce the frequency of hot flashes and improve mood in menopausal women. It's also really good for your skin. I know this is supposed to be a quick list, but I really want to tell you a little bit more about omega-3 fatty acids and the benefits for perimenopausal and menopausal women's heart health. During menopause, the risk of cardiovascular disease increases due to decreasing estrogen levels. Omega-3s, particularly EPA, DHA found in fish oil, helps reduce inflammation, lower triglyceride levels, and improve overall heart function, making them crucial for maintaining cardiovascular health. This is a big topic, especially for women in perimenopause and menopause. Bone health. Omega-3s can play a role in improving bone density and reducing the risk of osteoporosis, which is more common once you get into menopause. Studies suggest that omega-3s may help slow bone loss and promote better bone turnover. Cognitive function. Cognitive decline is a concern during and after menopause. Omega-3s have been shown to support brain health by protecting against cognitive decline and improving memory and mental clarity, thanks to their anti-inflammatory properties. Joint health. Many menopausal women experience joint pain and stiffness. Omega-3s, with their anti-inflammatory properties, may help reduce joint discomfort and promote overall joint flexibility. Again, if this is something you're going through, just let me know, because I take omega-3s and I combine them with other herbs and kind of food medicines as well to help with joints. And I can happily, gratefully say that I'm in zero pain. So yay for omegas. Skin health. The loss of estrogen during menopause can lead to thinner, drier skin. Omega-3s help maintain skin hydration, elasticity, and integrity, reducing the signs of aging and improving skin appearance. I could say a lot more about this. A lot of it can also depend on where you live. If you live in a dry climate like I do, I live in Colorado, then this is a huge factor. And weight management. Omega-3s may also support metabolism and fat regulation. Although not a direct weight loss solution, don't go cramming down a bunch of omega-3s, they can help with better fat metabolism and reducing abdominal fat, a common issue for women in menopause. Incorporating omega-3 rich foods such as fatty fishes, flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, or using high quality omega-3 supplements can be a supportive strategy to help you address multiple menopausal symptoms naturally. If you're not used to taking omega-3s or fish pills, they're really hard to take. So I would suggest trying to get them in food. And then there are supplement companies that make liquid form. I know that sounds gross, but they'll combine them with other fatty acids that actually taste pretty good. And accidentally, side note, I think it was Barlean's. You get it in the black bottle in the grocery store. I thought I was just getting a straight up one and I was just going to drizzle it on vegetables, which I actually like to do. And I accidentally bought a chocolate mint and I thought that is disgusting, but I'd already taken the wrapper and everything off. I was like, oh God. And I tried it. It was delicious. So maybe you'll like that. I take that once a day. Plus I like to eat fish a couple times a week. Number 12, mindfulness and meditation. Practice mindfulness for 15 to 20 minutes daily. Another study found that mindfulness-based interventions can significantly reduce menopausal symptoms and improve overall quality of life. But I can say it's really helpful for brain fog and sleep quality. It's really helpful if you can do it before sleep or when you wake up in the morning. It's a really nice way to start the day. Acupuncture is number 13. Consider acupuncture sessions. Some people will do them weekly for 8 to 12 weeks. It just kind of depends what else you have going on. But a systematic review in menopause found that acupuncture can reduce the frequency and severity of hot flashes, but there's other ways we can do that as well. Number 14, bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. Discuss this with your doctor, but I would find somebody who specializes in perimenopause and menopause, because a lot of doctors, it's only about 5% of women in the US are using hormones right now. So I will clear that up because I'm doing a whole research video. But the North American Menopause Society states that hormone therapy remains the most effective treatment for vasomotor symptoms and urinary syndromes that some women have in menopause. That's a much bigger topic than this video. Number 15, have regular health screenings. Guilty here. I have to put it in my calendar and set reminders, but schedule annual checkups and necessary screenings. The American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists recommend regular mammograms, bone density scans, and other preventative screenings for women over 40. That was a big one that I had to get used to. I wasn't used to seeing doctors for many things. I certainly have, but it's usually an emergency or something like that. But having regular screens, especially over 40 and definitely over 50 is a nice way to just kind of stay on top of little things or little red flags that might pop up. Number 16, probiotics for gut health. Consume probiotic-rich foods or consider a supplement. There's going to be all different servings and recommendations, but looking at least 1 billion CFUs, a study in menopause found that probiotic supplementation can improve bone health and reduce inflammation in postmenopausal women. So we're always planning ahead. We're focusing on longevity, but addressing perimenopause and menopausal symptoms. Number 17, limiting exposure to endocrine disruptors. This is a big one. Use glass containers for food storage and opt for natural personal care products. This is a huge topic. Research and environmental health perspectives suggest that reducing exposure to endocrine disruptors can help maintain hormonal balance. I have a ton of information on hormone disruptors. I've studied them extensively, and most helpful is to tell you how to replace them with healthier options. If this interests you, please ask questions. I'm happy to help. A lot of toxins are hiding, well, not really even hiding, they're in your face, in the kitchen. With food, how you're buying food, but not only that, but how you're preparing it, how you're cooking it, how you're storing it, but also bathroom supplies, cleaning agents, makeup, all these things. There's so many more companies now that are much more hormone friendly than, say, 5 or even 10 years ago. Number 18, intermittent fasting. Now, this is a big one. I see a lot of people battling it out online. I say consider a 16 to 18 fasting schedule, eating within an 8-hour window daily. A study found that intermittent fasting can improve insulin sensitivity and reduce oxidative stress in postmenopausal women. It also can be helpful for perimenopausal and menopausal women, especially if you're trying to mind your weight or you put on some extra weight, but you can do it in a healthy way. Please subscribe to my channel because you're about to get bombarded with perimenopause and menopause videos. I've been getting a lot of requests for them. Okay. Number 19, adaptogenic herbs. Try incorporating 300 to 500 milligrams of ashwagandha daily. A study found that ashwagandha can significantly reduce stress and anxiety in adults. This is just one of the many herbal adaptogens that can be helpful for mood. I also know that some women don't do well on it. So just because I'm saying, hey, this can be really helpful for you, it may or may not jive with your system. It just depends on what is going on with your health individually and personally. Number 20, cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT. You can do sessions for 8 to 12 weeks. A randomized controlled study published in Menopause found that CBT can effectively reduce hot flashes and improve sleep quality in menopausal women. I don't know anybody who's tried this, but I was happy that this came up on my radar in research. Number 21, pelvic floor exercises. We're seeing a lot more of this now, especially for women after they have children, but it also can be helpful for women who haven't given birth. So perform Kegel exercises 3 times daily, holding each contraction for 10 seconds. This can be huge. Some research shows that pelvic floor muscle training can improve urinary incontinence and sexual function in postmenopausal women. So you can also talk to a PT or someone else who specializes in pelvic floor exercises. Number 22, maintaining social connections. I probably should have put this at the top. We know, right? Women network, we talk. Got to continue engaging in social activities at least twice a week. Another study showed that strong social support is associated with reduced menopausal symptoms and improved quality of life. This is why women live longer than men. But it's really important because there's been such a huge impact that the Rona, I'm just going to call it the Rona, so I don't get flagged in my video, created a lot of people to go really inward and never come back out. So we're kind of relearning how to socialize and hang out with each other still, even though it's been a couple years. I was reading a study that said to make a bond or a growing relationship is to be in contact once a week with that person. So it's a goal. It's a goal that I have in my newer area where I live. Okay, number 23 is hydration. Drink at least 8 glasses of water daily. One study reports that proper hydration is crucial for hormone transport and can help alleviate dry skin, vaginal dryness in menopausal women. Also, we need to keep our brains hydrated. Our brains get dehydrated. According to Dr. Lisa Mosconi, I have some of her research in her book, a dehydrated brain is less capable of performing at its peak. And for women, the risks are compounded by hormonal fluctuation and the natural aging process. Hydration is not only essential for preventing short-term cognitive symptoms like brain fog. Okay, who gets it? Holler in the comments. And fatigue, but it also is used efficiently when we get enough water for safeguarding long-term brain health, particularly in reducing the risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, MS, and dementia. This is just to name a few. I get it. These are scary topics, and some of us are dealing with this with our parents or have dealt with this in family members. Now's the time instead of waiting until something happens or waiting until a red flag hits. And hydration, when you put it in your calendar, or I usually have water bottles. I actually have a class today. Drink, just keep drinking. And depending on your activity level, I recommend, again, check with your doctor, but half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 150, then drink 75 ounces of water, but then you have to make adjustments for exercise and lifestyle factors. Number 24, limit sugar intake for real. Reducing added sugar consumption to less than 25 grams daily. If you don't track like a crazy woman, because it's pretty depressing that sugar is hiding in so many places that you don't even think. It's nuts. Even some toothpaste and stuff. Come on. Research shows that high sugar intake is associated with increased inflammation and hormonal imbalances. And if sugar is a craving, then coming from a Chinese medicine background, that's an imbalance in spleen. But we'd want to look at gut health and getting inflammation out of the gut because that's creating these cravings. So it's something I could help you with if you're interested. Number 25, regular sexual activity. Aim for sexual activity at least once a week. A study showed that regular sexual activity can improve vaginal health, reduce menopausal symptoms, and enhance overall well-being in postmenopausal women. So let's get your energy up. Let's get rid of the dry vaginal areas and the 20 other things that may be impacting your libido. If that's a video that you're interested in, I have tons of research on that. What do you want to talk about? By using these evidence-based strategies, you can take control of your hormonal health and enjoy a vibrant, balanced life after 40, after 50, after 60, after 100. My goal is 103. My great-grandmother lived to be 103. And I'm like, yes, I loved her. So please subscribe now. Also comment below to let me know of all the topics that we talked about, what would you like me to cover in one of the upcoming perimenopause and menopause videos? If you're like, whoa, that was a fire hose of information, just say 25. I'll give you the list of what I talked about in this video. But if you're like, I really want help with sleep, then I will send you a sleep guide or anything that I talked about here. Trust me, I have research, I have guides. I would love to help you. Enjoy the rest of your day.